There's currently an expanded bilateral meeting going on between the U.S. and the European Union. The Treasury Secretary from the U.S., the Commissioner on Trade for the EU, a whole host of leaders from both sides of the table here going to be hashing out some of these economic issues that the U.S. and Europe have been going head to head on for the last several months. Just about 15 minutes ago, President Trump wrapped a bilateral meeting with his counterpart from the EU, Jean-Claude Juncker. And in that very short meeting, a brief portion of it was shown to press. The press was allowed in the room to essentially film that. We heard from the EU's leader that essentially the two groups are allies, as opposed to the president, who said that they were foes last week and said that they need to talk about lowering tariffs, not increasing tariffs. But it was President Trump who talked about the prospect for a potential fair and reciprocal trade deal. Listen to what he said.
And if we could have no tariffs and no barriers and no subsidies, the United States would be extremely pleased. We have many countries, we won't say European Union, we have many countries where they have massive barriers and they have massive tariffs, and we have to follow. And you could call it retaliation, but I'd rather just say that we want reciprocal.
So the president calling for no tariffs, no barriers, no subsidies, despite the fact that the administration rolled out a $12 billion subsidy program for the agricultural industry, which has been targeted by retaliation from the likes of Europe. So interesting to see the president talk on both sides of that issue in just the last 24 hours. We'll see if we get anything out of today's meeting. Certainly, administration officials have set expectations very low, but as Larry Kudlow, the president's chief economic advisor, said earlier this morning, perhaps because those expectations are set so low, you could get a surprise. Back to you.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.